Welcome back to Sailing and Adventures with Sam and Adam, and we are coming back with part 2 of the Queen Mary. On this episode, we are going to make our way inside the ship more, all along the promenade, the main hall, the observatory bar, and make our way out onto the bow. Come along for some fun.
All right. It's Liberace. It's warm right here, boy.
Yeah.
So, let's see how this bows. This is the Royal Salon. It's, I'm guessing, probably locked. Can't get a picture without the glare, I guess. So yeah, some of these rooms, they're used for events. There you go. That's what it looks like. There's a better. That's what it looks like. Royal Salon. Breakdown of the Queen Mary. Some fans. They're good. Some good air. This is another one of the rooms. I don't know if you can see in there. It's kind of hard. Yeah, a lot of the rooms, like I said, they're being used for other things. Now, this is the Midship Marketplace. So this was running for a while, and they are in the process of redoing this, and it looks like they're doing an amazing job. Look at all that tile work in there. Fresh tile work to restore it. Sam wants a UFO burger.
That looks fun.
So maybe here's the historical stairs that we just peeked at from up above. So, all right. Does anybody know who any of these folks are? Any clue?
Nope.
Anybody remember this movie? Side Adventure. It's a good movie. Alright, so here is one of the big banquet rooms that is all, looks like they're getting ready to have an event. But remember when we were up top on the sports deck, right up here, where these windows were, that was that. This is the room that has, I don't know if you could see it in here, the mosaic on the wall, the big picture on the wall. Let's see if we can see it over here. It's just reflecting too much. There's double windows. There's windows on the inside and outside, so. That is the Queen's Salon. That's what that is. There's a private event, and that's what it looks like. Saw a little bit of that through the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. Here's the archive, pre-war archive museum. Let's see some of the things in here that are from this time period. recorders. Looks like a high chair back there. And there's a desk. Talks about reservations. And this is where you could radio or telephone back. Chair did. Yeah. Go. You got the Normandie right here. It's the Queen Mary and the Queen Elizabeth. There's the bell. Guess we'll go check out the main hall. There's the actual elevators that work. There's the steps we originally went up. Let's walk this way, see what we got. There you go. There's a telephone booth. There's the original Cork floor. And you can see from over the years all the ladies' heels dug it up.
That's why it is heels.
That's why, yeah, Sam didn't want to ruin the floor, so she didn't. Alright. I don't think they have that open right now. And then this takes you into, I think it's locked. Yeah. Yeah, back into that, the Queen's room or whatever, the banquet room. There's the Queen Mary medallion. Sam's gonna pick up some candy. Need some candy, hon?
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip? Chocolate chip.
I haven't seen Laffy Taffy like this.
Laffy Taffy.
In years.
Yeah. There's a old school Tootsie Roll too.
Ooh, all chocolate Neckos? No.
Yeah. What are peanut butter pillows? They're $15 up there.
I don't know.
Yeah. Just gonna cut across over here to the bookstore. Here's the art gallery. I didn't check. Yeah, it's locked. I kind of got in the habit of if it's a closed door, it's probably locked now. Unless it's a bathroom. These are the examples of the clocks.
The one from the smoky room in the old
Smoky. And look at this decor up here. And here having a conversation. Alright, we're gonna walk back, see what we got back this way. This is the game room. So you can play some checkers or chess, some foosball, shuffleboard over there. Here's some examples of some of the sports they played. Look how full that area we just walked through. This is how it used to be. I'll fill it up with folks. Here is the creepy kids room. These are the kind of dolls that come back and get you right there.
She'll be wandering the hall later tonight.
Yep. Yep. I found some cool stuff here, hun. Yeah. Look at this. This is the Lusitania. I should probably video it from the other side so you can actually see it. We could do that down here with this one. The Normandie. Oh, and this side's cut out. Look at that. Intricate and detailed this thing is. Alright, who wants to take a guess at what ship this is? What ship is this? What do we think? Which ship do we think this is? Okay, if you don't know what ship this is, I'm going to give you a couple hints. Right here, it's hard to see. Does this dome look familiar? How about that little clock on the wall? Does that look familiar?
Here's a hint right here, right at the front.
What were you doing?
So this, right up here.
Right up there? Yeah? Yeah. This is the Titanic, folks.
And then I was looking for the room that Jack got tied up to the railing when he got arrested.
Back there somewhere. Or actually, no, it was been up here.
Because you know Jack was on the Titanic.
Yep, Jack was on the Titanic. We're going to continue walking forward here. There's a little cafe here on the right. In here you can get a boarding pass for $15. Get your boarding pass for the RMS Queen Mary. Here's back. This is where we came in from the other side. Okay, so we already walked through this area, so we're gonna walk back around this way and see what we got. Looks like we got some ice cream up in here. Some ice cream in there. Ice creams. Popcorn, pretzels, all kinds of stuff. And then here's the Promenade Café, which this is where we're going to eat in a couple hours. So let's make our way back this way. Alright, so we pop back inside here. We're going to pop into the gift shop. Get you a bear. And a globe. You think we should get a model of the Queen Mary? It's only $35 for a model of the Queen Mary. Alright, we're going to continue back. Check out the gift shop there briefly. Here's the other side of that game room we saw earlier. As you can see in here and learn some men's room. This is the music room. Go in there and practice your music, I guess. And then here's the Art Deco lounge. Here's a little bit of what they have. Let's go check it out.
I can't tell. I see more wrinkles than anything. What's your head now? Oh, it's right there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can tell it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So I don't know if you heard that, but it is 3 o'clock. Horn just went off. Alright, we are back to the M deck. So we are down. Not that way, but that way on the other side. So over there is where we're down. Here we have the Travel Bureau. A little bit about the Travel Bureau. Basically their future cruise desk is what this was. So where would you like to go? Places that they went to. You could see there in the back, there's the original map. All right. And then I think we have something towards the front. Let's go for a walk. All right, so at the very front is the Mauritania room, and the Mauritania looks like that. Of course, once again, it's another one of those rooms. Can't get into it. So, but we did find, here you can really see the curvature.
You could tell it when you're walking up the building.
Oh, you can tell, but it's kind of hard to see on camera, but those people that are way down there, you can't see their heads. So, but we did find that at the very front here, there is poppin' ice, but they do have it roped off, so yeah, I don't know. Okay, I gotta pause right here and jump in because I don't know if anybody else heard this, but there was a strange voice that just came across in the editing process here. We didn't hear it at the time. There was nobody really around us. There was a couple, but they were in the hallway and not all echoey. When I put the headphones on, this voice sounded echoey, and I'm not sure if it says like down a stair or almost there. I'm gonna play it again, and then I'll just let the video run on. Comment, let us know what you heard. But it might have been a ghost. Not saying it was. Not saying it wasn't. I'll let you decide. Yeah, I don't know. But he's aft. Okay, well, so the ice machine and everything's back here working, so. Alright, what was at the front here? Here, can you see the curvature of the door frame? It looks like a door. Restrooms.
So the firehouse in the Cunard story is up this way.
Oh, well, look at this area. You got some. Ooh. Sam says this is creepy, if you didn't hear her.
Like I walked in here and I'm like, all right, this just feels weird.
Sam's getting creepy vibes.
But I keep going in. So, iced water.
That's where you used to get your iced water. All right. There's a old historical elevator. Here we go. Okay, so this is the Cunard story. So this has all been redone, kind of more.
Fire station.
All right, so fire station, there we go. So it's got one of those little QR codes too, but here's how it was set up to extinguish fires. And then there's the whole system. CO2.
So it wasn't originally here, it was 2 decks below here.
This was 2 decks below, okay. Audio smoke detection cabinet. So it's drawn from 23 different pipes. And then here's the alarm indicator panel. Wow, talk about a ship that was like, you know, ahead of its time. Like, this is like a annunciator panel right here. We are walking severely uphill right here. This is really bowed.
Like, I'm like, did they adjust the bench? No, the bench just...
The bench, it's like a sliding board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watertight door.
There's a watertight door, yeah. Example of a watertight door there. So it goes shut. And here you go. Here's what they used to fight fire with. So that was a asbestos coat. That's what that was. A asbestos suit. Yep. All right, we will come back to the Cunard story here in a sec. There you go, get the compass. And here, now we're out on the outer deck again. How did that happen? So this is called a well deck, and there's not too many ships that have them, but notice it's lower than the first deck, and it's also lower than this deck. So why is this deck lower? Well, when water would come up over the bow, and it would need to be dispersed. So it would disperse here along the routed shroud here and down the side of the ship, and that's what made it super strong. Yep. So hon, you gonna go up and be the king of the world, the queen of the world?
Yeah, but I saw this and all I could think of was Titanic.
The Titanic, when they're holding on and he's hanging on. All right, so now we are up at the very front. These are boom cranes, so they would bring things in, lower them down inside. Sam's got the chain. We're gonna get that squared away. Sam can't climb up and be the king of the world, but as close as she can get. Yeah.
Head slow, engines.
So way up there you can see the crow's nest, and that's where they would look for those icebergs dead ahead.
Let's make it fast.
So we're making our way. We got to go the other way down, but come across this this gun. I'm gonna guess this was used, obviously during the war. World War II gun.
Actually, this is what my grandpa used in World War II.
Your grandpa used one of these?
A 40 mm anti-aircraft heavy machine
Oh,
gun
well then he
off
used
the
one of
back
these.
the truck.
There you go. Off the back of a truck.
Huh?
What kind of truck?
I don't know.
It's probably a Dodge.
I have no
Probably
idea.
a power wagon. I don't know. This is
But I know his unit shot down the most in World War II.
This thing's a huge thing. Yeah. All right, we're coming back in. There's the fire stuff again. We're going to go into the Cunard story. So, technically, I guess we should start down here. This is where it starts. It's really amazing because Cunard's been around forever. They have so many ships.
Can see if any relatives came over on a Cunard ship.
QE2. QE2, probably most famously known in the movie Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan, the second one. That's the ship that they were on, the QE2. Put your luggage tag on. Here's Jewish immigrants and the history of that. There was a synagogue on this ship, believe it or not. I think it's maybe down a deck. I can't remember exactly where it was. But...
And here's where we're going to cut it for part 2. We still have a lot to show you, including the engine room, the famous propeller box, a delicious dinner, and more. So come back for part 3. Be sure to comment on what the ghost said or anything else that you may have noticed. Be sure to hit that like button if you like this tour, and subscribe if you want to continue to help us grow our channel and bring more fun to you. Hit that notification bell so you know when the next video comes out. Thanks for watching.